Hi everyone, welcome on board to helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact.
Recently, something very awful, very degrading happened in Ghana, and that is the demolition of a property that is said to be attached or owned by the Nigerian embassy in Ghana. This property was brought down without the government getting involved, as they said. This property was brought down by a monarchy or groups of chiefs, SH0Čė1NG in Ghana. And a lot of backlash, a lot of divergent views here and there as regards this. Well, a lot of people said the reason why this happened is because Nigeria does not have a president. That is the reason why Ghana would act in this manner, because they know Buhari does not exist. But then, is it only the president existing that would give, or not existing, that would give any citizen of any country without fear demolishing the structure that is not personal but that of a country? Even that of a person cannot be brought down without the court being involved, not to talk of the one that belongs to Nigeria. Nigeria fed Ghana, helped Ghana. And with this, it's a terrible thing. Well, the Ghanaian president, Nana Akufo-Addo, has ordered the immediate arrest and prosecution of the group of persons behind the insulting and unprovoked attack at the Nigerian embassy premises in Accra, Ghana. This information was made available by the Nigerian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, on Monday during the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 briefing. The minister described the attack on the Nigerian embassy as a violation of the Vienna Convention, said that Ghana Foreign Affairs Minister Charlie Ayoko Bochwe conveyed a directive by President Akufo-Addo to the Nigerian government on Monday. He also added that despite all the calls from well-meaning citizens to act immediately, calling the federal government to act immediately, it was necessary to await the definite action from the country before taking further action. If you could recall that the Nigerian government had earlier summoned the charge d'affaires of the High Commission of Ghana to Nigeria, Ms. Eva Deno, to demand urgent explanation on recent attacks on a residential building on the country's diplomatic premises and to arrange for reinforcement of security around diplomatic premises and staff. The paramount chief of the Osu traditional area, Ni Okwe Kinka Dowana 6, had earlier in a press statement defended the demolition of the structure in the on the Nigerian High Commission premises. According to a statement, the traditional chief disagreed, and he said that the parcel of land was a part of the building, was not a part of the building the Nigerian High Commission was currently occupying. Well, some documents seen have revealed that the Nigerian High Commission reportedly paid for the demolished land 20 years ago. And from all indications and from what we've heard out there, they said some of these royalties, monarchs, they are kind of very cunning, that what they do is that they sell land. Probably someone was there before, a royal family or chief, they sold the land, and afterwards someone comes in new and begins to act like this land is not for sale. I believe that this needs to be looked into and dealt with seriously, as it is creating chaos here and there. The traditional chief, however, indicated that the demolished property was not a part of the embassy, and in fact that it belonged to an individual who was hiding under the political influence of the Nigerian High Commission. This is the second attempt, he claimed, to forcibly take over land that belongs to the SH0Čě1NG by unknown persons acting under the political influence of the Nigerian High Commission. He mentioned that despite all entreaties and calls to have talks with the developer and the man that he said bought the land, he had failed to honor several invitations extended to him to appear before the stool for discussion. This move by the Ghanaian president comes just on time, as this ugly incident has sparked a terrible diplomatic row with the two countries, which may escalate into something more if not solved right away. As the foreign minister, Oyema said, we await to watch and see how their prosecution of the suspects will proceed before we decide on what we will do. Well, there are reactions, serious reactions as regards this, even for people that are not interested in the one Nigeria, but they still see this as a slap, being that they are domiciled in that contraption, that geographical expression called Nigeria. And they said Nigeria is a giant of Africa, let's say sleeping giant anyway. Why? How can Ghana? It's a huge slap. You see, disgrace nationally and internationally. That's just what's happening to Nigeria now. Nationally, there is a lot of issues, disgrace here and there. And internationally, there is so much disgrace happening there. Imagine a property or a land that is said to be that of the Nigerian embassy is being broken down by someone without fear. Do you think that would have been done to the United States embassy? Even if there is any of this, I think they would have respected them probably because of their skin color, or they would have respected them because of how America will deal with this. Someone said we have tolerated this nonsense too much. We will no longer be a friend to whom that hate us. We have seen their gentle hatred against us. We have to start leaving this country from now before Christmas. Let Ghana occupy their country alone. In 1969, Ghana was the first people to sack Nigerians from their country before Nigeria retaliated during the 80s. But their parents do not tell them this, only telling them how Nigeria sacked Ghana. Since they want it that way, let us dance the music. Wow, that's deep. That Nigerians did Ghana 1969 and they were chased out before they did that to them in the 80s. This traditional ruler is a fool, said someone. Doesn't he know that the matter between two governments should be between government? He should know that he ought to report any misunderstanding to his national government, who in turn will discuss the matter with the Nigerian government. Now that he took matters into his hand, he should be ready to dance the music he played. What else do we expect? Today it is Ghana, tomorrow it may be Togo, then Benin Republic. Our embassy building is being pulled down in Ghana by an individual. An APC government in Nigeria is busy thinking of nothing else but thinking of their chairmanship and all of those. Do you think this would have happened to an American citizen? This is terrible to an American embassy. Someone say the least all you can do is to talk about it. There is nothing they can do to Ghana because you do not have a president. It's simply a Photoshop president. Ghana is gradually competing with South Africa when it comes to xenophobic attacks. The other time it was shutting down all shops held by Nigerians in Accra. Now it is demolition of embassy. Please, can your government call them to order? Well, it's not new under the APC government, a government that cannot protect citizens living in Nigeria. How can it protect Nigerians living in diaspora? I think that's why people are calling for a break of Nigeria. It's very important. If we break Nigeria apart, I think there will be a sense of belonging. And once you have a sense of inclusion or belonging, it makes you patriotic. And with this, I think you can then hold your government accountable. But then, as it is now, people will say, oh, it's Buhari from the north. Hausa people and this and that. You know, he's a Fulani man. And with this, people do not have that sense of belonging. Well, suppose if you go to a place and they reject you, what are you supposed to do? Nigerians in Ghana should go elsewhere or come back home from Ghana as they are demolishing Nigerian embassy. Do not be surprised. Move. Severe relationship with Ghana. That's what someone here is saying. But what about people that are married to Ghanaians? You know, there are people that are married to Ghanaians and they have children. What do you think they will do? You know, when you visit Ghana, you'll see that there are Nigerians, particularly from the southeast of Nigeria. They lived in Ghana. They married Ghanaians. They have children there. It's a dicey one. So nobody can demolish property without security escort. The chief has to take the blame to avoid disgracing his country, that they should look for a lawyer or something to make sure that this man is prosecuted. So what is your opinion as regards all of this event that is happening in Ghana and Nigeria also being slapped? This is a huge slap on the face of the Nigerian government and of course Nigerian citizens, because this news is going to go viral. A lot of people are actually looking into all this like, oh really, someone could break down the building even if there are issues around it, as long as there is an embassy connected to it. I wasn't expecting that Ghana would have done this. It's a terrible and very, very sad one.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.